Hello everybody and welcome back to Motorsport Manager, where we're heading into round 8 of the season. We're heading to Portugal for the next race. Again, let's hope we can meet our expectations and objectives. Obviously there's a couple of things I need to kind of improve on from the last race in the British Grand Prix. I didn't get my strategy quite right at the start of the race when we had the safety car, and ultimately it kind of backfired on Harry Webb a bit, who also had 2 issues with his engine in the same race, which is a bit unusual. Normally my cars are pretty good on reliability by now, but something else I've got to obviously look at and consider. But hopefully, fingers crossed, another good race here, another good result. Hopefully hit that sponsor's objective would be very nice, because doing so I actually make 1.1 million from the race, which is obviously going to do my finances a lot of good and a lot of help. I'm going to attempt a slightly different strategy now for this race, because we're at the back of the grid. I've decided normally I start the race on the softest tyres, and lower my fuel to try and get that jump up the field. But unfortunately I always seem to get stuck in the sort of the head of the, because the grid seems to separate into 2 groups. There's like the lead pack and then like the back markers, the back runners, and I tend to get stuck at the front of that second group, so which then obviously messes up my strategy completely, because my tyres don't last, my fuel runs out. So I've decided to go a little bit of a different strategy this time. Start on the harder of the compounds, maximum fuel, and just try and go long into the race and hope people stop around me and make their pit stops before me, and I can get a bit of a, a bit of an advantage there by obviously doing laps with clean track in front of me whilst they're in the pits. And then I think once I make my pits, I'll move on to the, if you like, the softer tyre. So I'm kind of running an offset strategy to everybody else. And then I'm going to obviously try and make it a bit of a sprint race. Whilst they're on the hard tyre, I'm going to be on the softer, faster tyre. And basically just try and beat them for pace then. Lower my fuel, and do shorter stints, but more aggressive stints. Just need to cool the tyres down a little bit. They're getting a little bit warm. Everybody's getting sort of bunched up. There's a big sort of group of cars here. The leaders, again, the top 3 cars are away. They've got free and are already putting in a bit of a gap to everyone else, whereas this group here is kind of just getting in everybody's way and holding everybody up. I need to kind of get past this bunch of cars. But I do struggle. I seem, my drivers seem to struggle at getting past this group of slow cars in every race. I don't know why that is. I don't know why we have such an issue. Because we should be faster than these guys, theoretically. A lot faster. of lock up there from the car in 14th place. That was Lara locking up. Wow. Come on, Lara. Side-by-side racing there, look. Trouble is, she's potentially going to lose 2 places in this fight if she doesn't get past this guy. She's done it. She's done it. Good girl. Oh, no, she's letting past again. Harry's going the wrong way. He's going backwards. And he's locking up his wheels. We're still the most aggressive strategy on the grid. I'm surprised we're not making as much forward progress. I would have hoped we'd have been moving up the field, whereas we seem to have just got bogged down yet again in the same sort of positions we always get caught out at in this group. I need to figure out some strategy. I've got to find some way to be able to get past these guys at the start of the race and be in that group with the lead cars, because it costs me a lot. I don't want to be in this part of the field. I suppose that's the problem with reverse championship order grids. You know, if you're doing well, or you've had a good start to the season like I have, then you're penalised for it by being at the back of the grid for every race, which makes it hard then, like I say, when the other teams get their development and reliability on track. It makes it difficult then to get forward, to move up. I would have liked to have had the option to vote in qualifying, perhaps, for the series. Qualifying would do nice. Qualifying based grids would be alright, because I think then there's more potential of me starting consistently higher up the field. Which would make it a little bit easier for me to hit my sponsor's objective for the races. Again, I'm going to stay on the medium tyres, because most of the drivers are probably going to switch to the mediums, I would think. To put Harry onto the low fuel strategy though, because he's got to do another lap. It's a slight issue. Again, by not splitting the fuel strategy at the start of the race, that's pretty much going to compromise Harry, because he's going to have to be very easy on his fuel to get back round, back to the pits. And there he goes. And there was a mistake. Not good. but we are going. We're moving in the right direction. That's the important thing. Again, hopefully another fairly lengthy stint here. Maybe we can go over for a sprint strategy at the end of the race on the soft tyres. Six laps of fuel, 7 laps of fuel, so we're going to get to what, about lap 17, 18? Might make it difficult to pull off one more stop. I don't know if we will be able to fuel up, get enough fuel to go to the end of the race. We certainly might not be able to be as aggressive on the engine mode then, if that's the case. Laura's going to be the test because she'll be the one that pits first. So she'll be the one that indicates whether or not I'm able to do a 2-stop race. I'm hoping I can. I have to pit. Okay, how many laps are left? 8 laps remaining. I guess I'm staying on the medium tyres then. Doing the whole race on the mediums. Just being slightly more aggressive with the strategy to see if that helps me get to where I need to be come the end of the race. A couple of the guys in front of us are going to have to pit, so hopefully we can gain a few positions that way, or at least be close enough to the guys in front then to be able to make a challenge towards the end of the race. A couple of them have gone onto the soft tyres. Their advantage, I suppose, of being able to stop later, which means they're going to have the pace advantage over me. Have to see how it pans out. Again, it might be a case that I'm going to need help from the marshals and the stewards and the scrutineering to get me into that 7th place that I need to be. Gap's actually growing between Webb and the car in front of him, who is obviously on the soft tyre. That's So yeah, not good. Get them right on that borderline. If a car in front of me fails for whatever reason, I've got this. Got this in the bag. However, it looks like I'm going to be needing help from the stewards. Front wing's looking a bit ropey. Oh, the gearbox is looking a bit ropey. Too late to do out about it. We've got some excess fuel. Not that it's going to make any difference. So let's see what the stewards do. See if they find any illegal parts on any of the opposition cars and do any demoting. Let's hope they don't pick up on me though. That's the first thing. Hopefully they turn a blind eye to my cars. And again, yes, there was a demotion, so... or a couple of demotions, so yeah, we got our 6th place as it turned out. So that's 1.1 million going in the bank account following this race. Nice. Very nice. So yes, we're doing okay. We're not obviously setting, like I say, we're not setting the world on fire. We're not challenging for podiums or anything at this point in time. That's something I do need to try and sort out and address later on. Main thing is we're keeping the we're now keeping the finances in the positive. Oh, we did lose 500,000 in that one. Okay, we lost 500,000 for some reason. Why did we lose 500,000? I thought I should make money. Did I choose the wrong sponsor? Or is it because I've obviously got some new facilities opened up that are draining my bank account? Could be, because obviously I've got things like the simulator built now, and yeah, potentially my factory costs now are higher than they were in the last race, so that's eating into my my funds. So yeah, perhaps I'm not going to make 1.1 million from a race if I finish in 7th place. Perhaps all I'm going to do is limit the impact, minimise the damage to my finances. Tough one. Cars are nicely repaired. That's okay, that's good. Hopefully like I say, the mechanics are busily working away on improving the performance and reliability of the parts I have. That would be very nice. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Be sure to join me again in the next episode to see how we fare, see if we can keep dragging out results.